in our last video the letter W, and so now we're going to read the story Worm's Wagon. And so as we go through this, we are going to find all the words that begin with W. Are you ready? All right, here we go. So Worm's Wagon. One day, Worm went to the woods to gather walnuts. He brought his wagon with him. Wow, I think there were a lot of W words in there. So I heard worm. So I would write worm here on my paper. Okay. So we heard worm. What other word did we hear? Where was he going? Do you remember? He was going to the woods. So now I would write the word woods. Okay. And then he was gathering something. What was he gathering? What was he picking up? He was picking up walnuts. So I would write the word walnuts. Very good. And he brought his what with them? If you look at that picture, what is the worm moving along? What does he have his hands on? It's a wagon. So then we're going to write wagon here on our paper. Good job listening. Oh, and it says worm went. He went into the woods. I almost forgot about that. There we go. Look at how many words just on that one paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 words on that one page. All right, here we go. So it says, on his way home, Worm saw Woodpecker whistling in a weeping willow. Woodpecker asked Worm for a ride. And the Woodpecker says, wow, what a wagon. So what other new words did you hear that begin with W? Well, I heard woodpecker. So I'm going to write woodpecker on here. There we go. And I also heard whistling. Ooh, I wonder how many of you guys can whistle. Why don't you whistle right now for me? I'd love to hear that. Whistle, whistling. And then it says he was whistling in a weeping willow. Weeping willow is a type of tree. So weeping willow. Good job. And I think that's it for this page. There we go. Look at that. All right, let's go to the next page. Are you ready? All right. Worm wiggled along, pulling Woodpecker in his wagon. Soon they came upon Weasel eating watermelon. Weasel asked Worm for a ride. Wow, what a wagon! Ooh. So what new W words did you hear there? Well, I heard wow. So I'm going to add that on here. I also heard, well, what is this animal pictured here? What did we say that was? That is a weasel. Okay, so we are going to write weasel on here. And then what is the weasel eating? Can you see if I move it up a little bit closer? He's eating a watermelon. So I'm going to write watermelon on my board here. All right. Okay, let's go to the next page. Let's see who he's going to meet next. So it says, Worm wiggled along, pulling Woodpecker and Weasel in his wagon. Before long, they bumped into a wombat wearing her new wig. Wombat asked Worm for a ride. Wow, what a wagon! So do you see? So what animal is that Worm is talking to? Did you hear what I said when I read it? It says a wombat. Can you say a wombat? So now I'm going to write that. And then what does she have so silly on top of her head? She has a wig. Do you guys see that? A wig. So I'm going to write wig. Wow, look at all these W words. All right, let's go to the next page. Worm wiggled along, pulling Woodpecker, Weasel, and Wombat in his wagon. Next, they met Wolf on his way to work. Wolf asked Worm for a ride. Ooh, so what animal is that, my friends? It is a wolf. And where was he going? He was going to work, right? Yay. All right, let's go to the next page. Oh, who else they're gonna meet? They're meeting a lot of interesting people. So it says, Worm wiggled along, pulling woodpecker, weasel, wombat, and wolf in his wagon. Soon they saw Walrus winking and waving. Walrus asked Worm for a ride. Ooh, so what did you hear there? What animal is that right there? That is a walrus. Yay! So now we'll write a walrus on there, and he was winking, right? And waving. Wow, once again, lots of W words. All right, here's the next one. You ready? Worm wiggled along, pulling woodpecker, weasel, wombat, wolf, and walrus in his wagon. Up ahead, they saw Whale playing in the water. Whale asked Worm for a ride. So what animal do you see there in the water? Whale! So I'm gonna write whale down. And what is he playing in? Water. Good job. All right. But you know, that's sure a lot of animals in that wagon. Do you think that wagon's gonna be able to handle having everybody inside of it? I don't know, I'm thinking that's getting kind of heavy. Look at that. Worm wiggled with all his might, trying to pull woodpecker, weasel, wombat, wolf, walrus, and whale in the wagon. But the wagon would not move. The wheels started to wobble. Uh-oh, can you guys see that? Look at that. Ah. And then I still heard two more W words, wheels and wobble. Good job. All right. Uh-oh. Oh no, look what happened. Before I read the page, look. Oh, it says wham. The weight was too much for the wagon. It crashed to the ground. Oh no, my wagon, Worm wailed. Oh, so I heard a couple of new W words. I heard wham. I heard weight. And I heard wailed. And do you know what wailed means? That wailed means to cry, because he's so sad. Look at him. He's crying. He's like, oh no, my wagon broke. But guess what's gonna happen now? It says, don't worry, Worm, the animal said. Worm's friends worked on the wagon all afternoon. Look at that. They're gonna put it back together. Can everybody see that? They're gonna all work together to get that put back together. And what do you know? When the wagon was fixed, Worm wiggled into it. Oh, so now Worm gets to be inside the wagon full of walnuts. And then wombat, weasel, wolf, woodpecker, walrus, and whale pulled Worm all the way home. And weary Worm had a wonderful ride. Ooh. And you know what? I still heard two new W words. I heard weary, which means tired. And I heard wonderful, because he had a very wonderful ride. Oh my goodness, look at all those words that I wrote. How about we count them? You ready to count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. That is 27 words. Look at that. That's amazing. 27 words. Yay! All right. I will see you later. Have a great afternoon. Bye.